I had a friend who was a big Flacco fan. Yeah, back in high school. He could throw that pigskin football by us, make us look like a fool, boy. Saw him the other night at this roadside bar. He was walking in and I was walking out. We went back inside, sat down, had a few drinks, but all we kept talking about was Joe's glory game. Well, they haven't passed him by glory games. Touchdowns to T and Chase, glory games, glory days. What's up, Triple C? Welcome into your league podcast. We are getting this one out late today, but holy shnikes, Joe Flacco, baby. Let's go. I'm going right to the thoughts of the week. Cassidy, what's your thoughts of the week, man?
First of all, you nailed the glory days at the end of that verse. Good job. And yeah, I wanted to remind people, dude, the Icy Hot Bowl was last Thursday, not as in 2 days ago, Thursday, a week ago,
Yeah.
Thursday. And after all of the madness on Sunday, it feels like a whole nother lifetime ago. But let's not forget that on Thursday night in 2025, Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco went scorched earth on the league. That was amazing. But everyone's forgotten about it. Why? Because of the Broncos Giants fourth quarter, dude. That is a quarter of football that we're going to be talking about into the annals of history.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this doc today because literally that's my thoughts of the week. It was the old dudes kick us off and the young studs go off in that Denver, New York game. I just thought that was like the old guys passing the torch to the new guys. Like it was cool. Well, I mean, just for
100%.
no reason. That was one of my favorite football games I ever watched. And I literally wasn't excited to watch it. I almost decided I had something to do and I decided to watch it. But Carl, what's up, man? What are your thoughts of the week?
You know, when you lose Puka Nakua, it's tough, right? When you lose one of your first round picks, it's tough. Especially while they're playing, it's hard. But injuries don't just affect you, they affect all 11 of us. It's so crazy. So, literally, as we hopped in, we found out that Lamar Jackson is not going to play tomorrow or Sunday, right? And, you know what? Honestly, I'm pretty excited about that because Dr. John has Lamar just waiting to be played. But honestly, injuries affect all of us. So if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not winning because of injuries, literally the guy across you is dealing with the same. The woman across you is dealing with the same. It's really tough for all of us. And this might be one of the most injury riddled seasons I've ever dealt with because this is insane.
It is not.
It feels
Stop
like
it.
it because this is nuts, man. I'm not playing against Lamar Jackson, thank God, but wow.
It
Agree,
feels like because
Smitty.
we're going through this, man. Like this is
Well, and
just
because
standard.
last year was like, it just felt like statistically we dealt with less offensive injuries last year. It's like we were super spoiled. This is what it's usually like, but it feels like a rude awakening.
Last year there was no
That's
running
me.
backs that got injured last year. That's what I
Exactly.
truly remember about last year is the running back stayed healthy. And honestly,
Yep.
they're staying pretty healthy this year too.
Yeah. The big guys at the top of the draft are for sure.
Yeah. All right. I want to ask you, Cassidy. I was trying to get a water bet with you before we recorded, but realistically, I think this is good for how many touches Derrick Henry's going to get.
Yeah.
Now, I know you won't water bet it, but seriously, how many touches do you think Derrick Henry is going to get in this football game? Because I do believe it's over 25.
Yeah, 20 is the number I have in my head. When they fall behind, we see them, you know, give it to Justice Hill over and over. And besides, how many of those touches are going to be at the goal line? I mean, that's really one of the problems here. I think that Lamar being out this week is bad for the NFL.
Did
Bad
you
for my fantasy
realize?
team. It's bad for the NFL.
Do you realize in Triple C the scoring format? This is the funny part to me. Touchdowns don't matter. I mean, they matter, but they do not matter, dude. It's all volume based. So you go out there and touch the ball 30 times and don't score a touchdown. You're looking at 40 points on the board. You're like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need it, dude. Carl, settle this for us. How many touches does Derrick Henry get this week?
So I'm looking right now at his history. Week 1, 18, week 2, 11, week 3, 12, week 4, 8, 5, Houston, he got 15, and against the Rams, he got 24. That's the only time he breached 20. So against Chicago, I mean, he's only done it once, which is kind of crazy, but that was also, that Rams game was also without Lamar, so yeah, I do think he'll get past 20, but he's only done it once. So I
I think
think
he's
you
going
are
to do
right,
it.
Ryan. At the end of the day, just after looking at all that, that was great. 8 touches is nuts.
All right. Will anybody take a over under 20 water bet with me?
I mean, I'm with you at the 20. I'm with you.
All right. We're not getting it done then. All right, Cassie, what was your favorite play of the week, man?
Right. So, first of all, we just have to say that every play in the fourth quarter of the Broncos Giants was the play of the week, especially the two deflection touchdowns we had. We had Theo Johnson catch a deflection and run it in. We had that crazy Franklin diving deflection touchdown, which was kind of what kicked off the scoring frenzy. But we've got two other plays we have to call out. We have Scadaboom. This was in the fourth quarter of the Broncos Giants game, lowering his head for contact as he enters the end zone. He's got 3 yards. He's in. It's a touchdown. He's got 3 yards separating him from anybody, and he still lowers his head and goes full battering ram for no reason.
He needs to
And
stop doing that, honestly. You like
he needs to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Here's my actual
3 yards
favorite play
out
of the week, dude.
3 yards out is
Yeah.
crazy.
We have a problem. We have a Scadaboom problem, dude. That kid. But here's my favorite play that I watched. We have that Gibbs 40-yard burner up the gut
Woo.
against the Buccaneers. That play on its own was amazing. But the Spider-Man Superman touchdown Selly was incredible.
Dude, I want a cake over at that. I want them. You did you finally see the cake they made of his headstand?
I saw the cake. It's incredible. Yeah.
Dude, if they find a way to make this,
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. Now, before I get to your favorite play of the week, Mr. Smitty, there is something that I forgot about in the thoughts of the week that I would like to talk about, and it has to do with a touchdown dunk on the field
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Cassidy, that was an amazing. We love our Jimmy Grahams. We love all that. But F the NFL. What did they put that on the headline of their what?
Yeah.
It was
So
a
the
thumbnail of that
NFL.
game.
Yeah, the NFL gave him an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty during the game. They fined him, and then they used this is Jackson Smith and Jigba slam dunk celebration in London. They used it for their thumbnail for the game on YouTube.
Stupid, man.
Yeah.
Especially in an international game, man. Let these boys play. Like, I hate the
Yeah.
hypocritical BS of the NFL. Like,
Yeah,
have you ever seen the goalpost actually move because someone dunked it?
No,
Like,
of
course
maybe
not.
they should make that. It's a penalty if you mess up the goalpost. Like, I don't know, man. We're doing We're doing a fun draft with tight ends, so we'll talk about that. But Smitty, what's your play of the week?
Oh my goodness. I am so used to a failing hard count. So, Patrick Mahomes, right? He's on 4th and 1 against the Raiders. He's trying to do a hard count, but it just doesn't work. And then for some reason, he just out loud says, "Man, this effing never effing works, bro." And then the defense is just like, everyone's just like, "What the hell? Okay, I guess they tried to do a hard count on us." And then they immediately snapped the ball. Kareem Hunt got the first down. That was, number one, absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And the audio clearly picked up him like crashing out. Like he was really upset that the hard count wasn't working. But it was brilliant because it actually did let the defense ease. But I mean, Jesus Christ, Kareem just totally walked in there like it was nothing because he quickly just got that ball, hiked that ball and it got in. Or not hiked it, but handed it. But so,
Yeah.
just really a brilliant play to me, a really funny play, and just, if I'm being honest, very embarrassing to the Raiders.
That was an ass kicking. The Raiders, I can't believe how bad they are. This Pete Carroll experience and Geno's going down. But boys, man, like I'm so happy to have Mahomes back in the fantasy football. Like I mean,
Yeah.
we went from QB1 for 2 or 3 year run to like QB double digits. Like
Yeah.
and it's just good to see him back. And honestly, like one of these teams that are dealing with all of these injuries that are going to end up, pushing to the, a bye, that's who's getting MVP this year, is who's been dealing with all the crap for the injuries. Like, I know we're not saying Mahomes is MVP right now, but this is his rise to the top to possibly get there. They're playing good ball, but that was fun. I want to talk about one play, and I got to share my screen real quick. There's actually 2 plays this week that I loved. My favorite play of the week was this. Let me find this one. I believe it's right here. This bad boy. Y'all see this bad boy? I'm going to give the play of the week to
Hey,
the
look at number
ref.
10 right there. Look at number 10 doing number
To
10.
the ref, baby. Jackson Smith and Jigba goes down. There's going to be a big old fight. And the ref just says, Not my JSN, not my JSN. He's my fantasy football stud. I got to make sure that we protect him right there. Have you guys ever seen a ref do this? I've
No, I've
never
never
seen.
seen it. It
It was.
completely confused me when I first saw that happen.
I thought it was like the coolest thing a ref's ever done. Like to think about that fast, like holy crap. But there is one other play, and I just love it. Wasn't even. It's not even a big football fan, but I got a big joy out of Matthew Golden catching a ball, going full speed for a 20-yard catch, runs right into the out of bounds. And as he goes into the out of bounds, he does not only truck a cop and just trucks him about 10 yards out of the way. He takes a cameraman out and the cop at the same time. And these dudes just explode back that way. So just some random plays that didn't matter to the NFL that I thought were just absolutely ridiculous this week. But cheers to the ref.
That's awesome.
We
I mean, that's not
that.
awesome because that's friendly fire, but wow, impressive.
Is what it
Is Michael Golden the Cam Scadaboo of wide receivers? What's happening with that guy?
Man, he's getting some yak, dude. Like,
yeah. You see his, like, on his kick return, his spin moves to nowhere and then just getting cleaned out. He just like spins for no reason. We've got him chuck sticking people in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you mentioned scat, there's something I want to say on this podcast. We broke down at the beginning of this who the steal of the drafts were, and I think we're midway through. I think there's 3 steals of the draft right now. Cam Scattaboogie, Williams from Dallas,
For sure.
and Ferguson.
Yeah.
And one team currently has all 3 of those, and we'll talk about that team in a second. But who's the best team? Who's the best team in real football, though, Cassidy?
I'm still on the Chiefs, man. I just think they're getting healthy at the right time, but it's not just that. It's the they got the spark back. They've got that fire like that we witnessed for years on end, and then last year it was kind of like they were having all these sort of weird, dirty, black magic wins, but didn't have that spark. They didn't have that fire. You see the twinkle in Mahomes' eye. They've got their they're cleverly drawn up plays again. They're executing. They've got great weapons, a great defense. It's the whole package. But as I kick it back to you guys, let's not forget we have Indianapolis on the table, and I think people are still. I think we've all agreed Indiana Jones is fun to watch. Are we bought in? Are we bought in that they are in this discussion?
Fully bought in.
Oh.
Fully bought in.
Yeah, that's the team to watch.
Carl?
I mean, look, there's a lot of 5-2 teams. I understand that they're 6-1, but there's a lot of 5-2 teams. And I'm going to talk about the one that actually put one of the best performances in London that we've seen in a long time, maybe ever. And it's the Rams, man. It's the Rams. How can I not choose the 5 touchdown performance? 3 to Adams, of course, but the other 2 went to straight up rookies against a team that was 4-2 walking into that game, and a team that a lot of people believed in, and that defense got Swiss cheesed. Now, I gotta say this: not only am I choosing the Rams because A, they got it done in London. B, we have a great record, but C, we also were the one team to beat the Colts. So what I mean, if we're just talking about,
we're doing NFL algebra again.
I have to choose the Rams. I just have to. We're the one. We're their one. Let's just let that sink in. We're their one.
All right, I'm with it.
Well, I'm gonna let that sink in because this boy's been talking about the Rams for a while over here. Now,
that's true.
I will tell you the interesting stat I was texting you boys in that London game: 5 touchdowns with under 200 yards thrown. Only 2 times have happened in the history of football. The other one was what I say, Jameis Williams,
Winston,
2001.
Jameis Winston, yeah.
Yep. So I thought that was statistically one of the best dog performances ever. And I'm still 50-50 on who's getting into the dog pound. And I'm telling you, Matthew Stafford, I haven't made my decision. I got to do it in about 3 minutes. But Rams are a very good football team. I'm starting to get on board with the Chiefs, and I'm getting on board with the Chiefs more than I ever have before, but I'm not ready to put them as a number 1 team in football because I'm not sure they're better than the Colts, who I think are the second best team in football right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm giving the best team in football to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
And the reason is the boys are having fun. They're starting to click with their two new coordinators. The boys are having fun. And I think they're clicking. I think they're figuring out what they want to do. And, you have one of those teams, and this is also why I think they're the best team and why they got the possibility of making the Super Bowl run, is you get one of those teams that just almost gets there. And then next year they almost get there a little bit more. And then next year they almost, and it's like you have to go through all of that BS and the hurt and the pain and the sorrow and the feeling of loss. And I feel like that's what this team has done the last 2 or 3 years. I think this is the year they're going to make the jump. So I'm going Detroit, Indy, and then Kansas City as my 3, Rams as my 4th right now. But they could easily be the first next week.
Well, that is supported by the NFL algebra, because last week you came on this podcast and told us that the Buccaneers were the best team in football, and the Detroit Lions smoked them, dude. So there you go. And I will agree with Smitty that the Rams are the best team that played in London this year.
That's not fair. That was we easily
London staff, dude. London staff. All right, let's get into league specific, guys. We've been BSing a lot here. So we got Triple C standings. Hurt So Good back on top. Seize the Day took over the second at 10-4. Adrian's got a nice 2-game cushion here. Those can get wiped away really quick. And actually, I'll get on that on the trade side. We've got Ain't Nothing But a Bee Thing. We got me at 10-4. We've got Legend Has It, which is John.
Yeah,
John.
John at 8-6. Let the Spirit Fly with Jamie at 8-6. We got our boy over here, Smitty at Nakua Matata at 7-7. Replacements and Hillary at 7-7. I've been born again, baby. I love it. Do your thing, Bryce. 6-8. Smells Like Quinn Spirit. I absolutely love that. That's got to be Tim, right?
That's Tim.
5-9. We got Tim. King of Pain, our boy over here, Cassidy, 5-9. We got K-pop regular hunters is Joe at 5-9 and Lost Cause. Go get your 2 wins last week, baby. Way to go, Scotty, man. I friggin' love it. But all right, boys. We've talked a lot about who the best team in football in this league is last week. We talked about it the week before. We've talked about it every single week. We've been consistently talking about Adrian a little bit, but we have really been talking about Tony for a while. Dude, who's the best team here, Cassidy?
Yeah, it's still Tony, man, and I think that trade he made this last week was really crafty, and I think it sets him up nicely for continuing forward with his season of his.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really good team. How you got this, Smitty?
Man, I want to say shout out Tony. I want to say shout out Adrian. I think this is kind of much like the NFL. We got like a cluster of 3 teams that are just that. I mean, I can see all 3 of you guys, including yourself, Brian. Just really, I don't know. Y'all just might share one. Might be one for you next week. Might be one for Tony next week. Might be one for Adrian. Like I just see you guys swapping, passing. Y'all are sharing number 1. That's all I'm trying to say. So I don't have a clear one, but I have a clear 3.
So where I'm sitting right now, how I'm looking at this league, okay? I'm looking at Adrian, I'm looking at Tony above me right now. And in my mind, obviously we all want to fight. We want to get to the playoffs. We want the bye. I think the 2 buys are locked, dude. I mean, I know we're only halfway through and injuries happen, but as I look at this now, I don't see anybody getting the 1 or 2 seed other than Tony and Adrian. Now, what I would like to talk about is let's talk about Hillary. Let's talk about Bryce, these, 7 to 12 teams here. Who's the team that you're looking at that you're like, dude, if they just get in the playoffs, like if they just scrap and get in the playoff, this can happen. Who's that team for you, Cassidy?
Well, you never want to discount Bryce, and I do think him putting Breece Hall on his team from Smitty there. Depending on what happens, especially with this trade, I think that was pretty clever. He's got Isaiah Davis. So if we see a Breece Hall trade to a better team, he kind of gets a twofer with that. So we always have to have our eye on Bryce. He's always in the playoffs. He's typically in the final game. So yeah, that'll be my answer. I've got my eye on Bryce.
Yeah. How about you, Carl?
This is very easy to me. And you didn't even mention her. Joe's team is actually incredible. Like it really is. It really is. She has made sincere improvements to where she was probably at the second to last team for like a good string of weeks. Her rise is like legitimate. She has Justin Herbert, who obviously is a great passer and runner. Herbert is exactly who I thought JD5 would be. And then she has a lot of great supporting pieces too. Like that trade with Adrian really did help her out. I feel like it still did Adrian well as well, but it really is going to put Joe in this ascension. So she is the one I'm actually looking at the most.
I'd like to
Yeah,
praise you,
Like I
Joe.
honestly, I'm gonna say it now. She is in the playoffs. I'm calling it now, and I'm sorry if that puts bad juju on your team, Joe. But I believe, I've seen it done, and I believe.
I believe too. I'm looking at her team. It's a decent team. She's got to get through these buys right now. She's got Genty and McBride on a buy this week.
Ooh, forgot about
I
JT.
didn't look at who she's playing, but if she gets by, if she gets it and it gets one win or two this week, I agree. Hillary, I know you're into seventh place. I do love that team she's building. It's very, very, very competitive.
hmm
King of Pain. So here's what always scares me is I know King of Pain over here is always going to make some moves, and dude, 5-9, man, halfway through the season, you can easily go 9-5 the rest of the season, and boom, you're in the playoffs. You only need to be 500 to make these playoffs this year, I believe. So I think everyone has a chance. Scotty, man, like seriously, why can't he go 11-3 the rest of the year? Why can't he? He's on a run, but I would agree. Bryce, Joe, I think are the two that are a little bit down that can easily make it in there. All right, trades. Who wants to break down the trades? Smitty, you want to break them down?
Of course, of course. I've been pretty active this week, so I'm gonna start with the first one done since we last potted. I received Kyron Williams and Romo Dunze. Tim received Quinshon Judkins and Harold Fannin. So, had to get my boy. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And I like to think that Tim is pretty happy as well. Got a rookie phenomena in both Quinshon Judkins and Harold Fannin, who are two of what's his name? Dylan Gabriel's favorite targets. Yep.
That's true. The double Brown trade.
I don't know how to break this one down because I I like getting the running back and the tight end in triple C. So I do like Tim's side on this one. That's personally me. But
But they're
Smitty,
both on the Browns. That caps their upside a little bit.
Damn.
does it? Does
Well,
it if they're
Yeah, it does. It does. And then it just, I think it really comes down to what do we think about Rome? Kind of ROS. I don't know. He came out hot. He's been cold the last couple of weeks. What are we going to see this week? I really think it comes down to what is Rome? How do the Bears use him? I view Kyron and Quinshawn pretty similarly, especially in this scoring format. So it's kind of a Rome versus Fannin situation.
I like it. And to be honest with you, now I'm looking at this trade. I think Tim can make a run here. I like
Yeah.
this trade because it's volume in this league. If this was a different league, I would like Smitty's side 100%. But in this league, Judkin is going to touch the ball 20 times a game. Doesn't matter. You're getting your points. You can pencil in 20 points just on touches. And then you just look at Rome versus Fannin. All right, cool. Rome gets 6 catches a week. Fannin gets 4. Boom. Fannin's already above him. So this was probably a need base for you. Did you need a receiver, Tony or Carl?
No, I didn't need it.
You just wanted
A
your
lot of
boy.
receivers. I
Okay,
love it.
I get it. All right, let's go to second trade.
All right, so the next trade, Joe received
Just one.
J.K. Dobbins and Dalton Kincaid, and Tony received Rashard Smith, Aronde Gatson, and Travis Hunter, and this was all done before the Thursday night game, Chargers versus the Vikings. So, my question is, did Tony start Aronde? Because I honestly don't know.
I got
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
I'll look.
Of course
You
you did.
did?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, look, Joe, like I said, I still believe in you, and honestly, getting J.K. Dobbins is huge, and Kincaid is a Trinity monster, so yeah, I feel great for both sides.
I love this trade. Joe is grinding, dude. This is multiple trades she's done, trying to get out of where she's at. And you know what? The reality of a fantasy football league is when you're there and you're scrapping to make the playoffs and your record's low, you have to give, dude. Like you got to give on buys. Like these buy apocalypse come up and you're already, under 500. You almost have to make the better teams better to get players for buys and to push your roster construction. And I hate this friggin' trade because I do believe it made Tony much, much better. But I also believe it made Joe much better. Now,
Much,
give or
much
take,
better?
this was
That
done
much
before.
better?
Yes, because it was done before Thursday. Look, dynasty players, Gadsden, were in. I was in. But this was not a go start him right away, trade for him, put him in your lineup, must start tight end as of last Wednesday before this trade was done. That's why this trade was good. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but guess what? Dalton Kincaid can go out and do the same damn thing that Gadsden just did because they don't have a wide receiver. The Bills do not have a wide receiver, and that's why they're not the best football team.
Kincaid was the tight end one before before that injury in the bye week. So there's every chance that he comes out and keeps that going.
I actually think Tony took the risk on this trade, and it worked out with Gadsden with what we're seeing.
Yeah, and then we'll see if it works out with Smith. If it works out with Smith, it's a smash.
Yeah, I actually think if it works out with Hunter, it's a smash because
For sure.
dude,
Either one of those guys. If either of those guys hit.
All right, we got to get going. Breece Hall, Smitty gets Aaron Jones, Zach Charbonnet. I like this, especially for what you just said. We got Davis on the other side. And if we get a trade, he gets 2 RBs in this. And if you get two starting RBs in a trade, any which way, you win in this league. But I love this trade, Smitty. I love getting Aaron Jones. We saw he's going to be better than Mason, but I love that you got Zach Sharp. That's a good. He's some good volume play these days. Cassie, how do you feel?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I totally get it, man. Getting running back depth in this league is important. Selling Breece Hall with the uncertainty makes a lot of sense. For me, I like to get the better player. I think I would take Breece Hall in this trade, but Bryce offered me a similar trade, and I turned it down. But yeah, if you can acquire more running backs in this format, it can benefit you for sure.
Yep. And now when I back up this trade all in, Smitty just put 3 running backs on his squad this week and got rid of one running back and a tight end.
Well, 2.
So Smitty, as a whole, I love what you have done. That's solid work.
I did not see this coming. All right, cool. I thought
all right,
for sure
big man balling. This one's yours today. I didn't have a big man balling.
You didn't find a big man balling? This big man balling is a lot of fun. It's different than what we've usually done. This is in honor of Smitty. I'm sure Carl saw this. I don't know if you saw this or not, Brian, but we have Steve Avila. This is a Rams offensive lineman, 333 pounds. They got the Jaguars to jump on 4th down, and he just mows over.
That's right.
A defensive lineman jumps up in the air and clicks his heels in celebration. Oh, dude. It is so funny. If you guys have not seen this, just Google Steve Avila first down Selly. You're going to laugh. It's great.
Saw it. I saw it when you put it on the dock. I'm like, who the hell is Steve Avila?
Yeah, it's great. It's
all right,
really fun.
We're in Shine That. Take it straight up into your P box.
Yeah, I've never seen a 333-pound man jump up in the air and click his heels before. It's really quite a sight.
That was goofy. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, what you got for your P box over here, bro?
Cassidy's Pussy Box. We do have another inductee. I'm surprised. I didn't think that we'd get somebody indicted into the Pussy Box every single week. This week we have Jude McAtmany. I'm sure Brian doesn't know who that is because he doesn't know the name of any kickers in the league. But Jude McAtmany was this is past tense, the kicker for the Giants. As the whole world knows, the final score of the Broncos-Giants game was 32-33 Broncos, and Jude missed 2 extra points and was subsequently fired. So fired from the Giants and lands right into the Pussy Box.
Fair.
Get on in there, man. You're missing extra points.
Yeah, extra field goals, that's one thing, dude. Extra points, you have one job. You have one job. You can't get on the plane with your team after that. Get out of here.
I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious.
You can't get on the plane. You can't get on the plane. Can you imagine what that would be like?
No, that's top tier bullying. Oh no.
I just can't imagine being a quarterback and driving your team down and going for a win and doing all this, and the kicker misses it. Like I know you want to support him. Look, I have been against coaches hitting players, but I am not against quarterbacks hitting kickers.
Players can hit players, dude. Yeah, quarterbacks can totally punch kickers.
Dude.
Yeah,
100%. All right, man. I absolutely have a dog pound induction. I do. And Mr. Joe Flacco jump in my dog pound. Mr. Joe Flacco. This is what I live for. We talked about at the top end, man. These are the stats. He went 31 of 47. He threw the ball 47 times. We have 3 touchdowns here. And the reality that I love more than anything is right before Aaron Rodgers threw the 70-yard touchdown, you see Joe Flacco on the sideline talking to his coaches, and he's just smiling. You read his lips going, this is so much fucking fun. When was the last time you saw Joe Flacco smile on a sideline? He looks like he's sleeping for the last 3 years. Joe
Right.
Flacco, dude, welcome to my dog pound. You just represented everything about a dog pound. And Maddie Staff, I'm sorry you didn't get in there, but you may get in there
Hey,
eventually.
season's not over. That's how I see it.
All right, boys. Let's get a palm. Let's draft. We went long. Sorry. I don't know how we went this long, but let's get a palm, and then we are drafting.
The draft is going to be a lot of fun. All right, this will sum up week 7 for you guys. Flacco iced, the Steelers cold. Rodgers burned, but the Steelers fold. Broncos woke from a giant sleep. Dropped 33 in the fourth. That cut was deep. Week 7's wild, no calm, no chill. Just icy hot chaos and a comeback thrill.
That is, I love that one. Cassie, I love your palms, man. They make me happy. They make me happy. They make me happy. All right, boys, let's draft. We got a fun draft. We're doing another battle royale. It's tight end week, baby. We are doing a battle royale of current tight ends on rosters, and we're adding a special element to it. We are adding an element of weapons or things that you can have, that Dick's Sporting Goods has that you can fight with. So whatever you want at Dick's Sporting Goods, you are totally in. What's the order, boys? You got it?
Yeah, it is Brian, Carl, and then me.
All right. So I love that I have the 101. I think there's a clear 101, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to leave it for my 201 because I think that it's going to be there. So
We'll find out.
I can't believe that I'm going to start with this individual because I'm sure you guys think my 101 is locked in. It's
I
not.
would have thought so, yes.
There is no way I'm sending a man into battle without a nickname of War Child.
Yeah.
War Child
correct.
Warren
That was my 101.
That was mine as
is
well.
going in. Now, the weapon that War Child Warren is going to choose to use, we are going to go with a baseball bat.
Oh, dude, that is so the 101. On both fronts. Crushed it.
Yes. All right. Whoever's number 2.
I believe that's me. Wait, is that me? Let's double check.
No, you went first last time. I remember.
That's
Cassie,
right. You're right. That's right.
Oh, I'm in the middle here?
Yep.
Okay. I want somebody that's young. I want somebody that's strong. And I want somebody that's big. And I don't know if you guys know this. Hold on. I think you think you know where I'm gonna go. You can have him at the turn. I'm actually going Colston Loveland.
Oh, thank
He
God.
is 6'6", 245 pounds, and him and a hockey stick are coming at you, Tyler Warren.
Woo!
Okay.
Woo!
All right. That is when you give me his measurables.
You
that
got
does-
length that I don't have in my baseball bat. This is like a 6'4" fighter and a 5'10" going with the hockey stick and the baseball bat. What you got, Carl?
You know what? This is against my blood. This is against everything I believe, and this is against everything I root for. But I gotta do it because F it, the man invented tight end university, but he invented the tight end week, and I'm gonna have to go with George Kittle. And let's give the man a golf club because we see him hitting the balls in the links or whatever they call it. We've seen him play golf before, so I think he knows how to use a golf club. So I'm gonna go George Kittle at 103 with a golf club, and then, oh boy, okay, 201, the War Child before the War Child. Give me Taysom Hill with nothing but a football helmet.
That is so good, dude. That is awesome.
I mean, look, it might not work out because he's older and he's on his way out, but I just want that type of guy on my team. I think he might help out with strategy, if anything.
That's brilliant. I actually didn't have him on my list, but oh my God, that dude is so athletic. He is so strong.
That was
And
my
the fact that he has a
201.
helmet is so funny.
That was my 201. He's a joker, dude. All right. What you got,
All right.
Cass?
Listen, dude, if we're gonna fight in a battle royale, all these tight ends are locked in a sporting goods store. They're fighting to the death. I want a dog, dude. I want a dog on my side. The tight end out there that's got just as much dog in him as Tyler Warren does is Trey McBride.
Damn it.
The McBride is on my team, Colson Loveland, and Trey found a camping hatchet on the shelf, and he's coming at you with a
Nice.
freaking hatchet.
Nice.
A hatchet. A little small
hatchet.
hatchet.
It's
Little
a
small
hatchet,
hatchet.
dude. He will cut
All
you
right.
into bits with a hatchet. Dude, Trey McBride with a hatchet doesn't scare you? Get out of here with
Scares the
that.
hell out of me,
Terrifies
dude.
me, I
With
ain't
it-
gonna-
and he's totally painted with his like. Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since I thought Taysom Hill to come back to me, I'm gonna go with another one. This is the world of 12 personnel, baby. I am throwing in 12 personnel. You're not catching a friggin' football other than Arthur Smith seems to love you. Welcome to my battle royale, Darnell Washington, 6'7", 265 pounds. Come get him, Trey McBride. And you know what he needs? He's coming in with football pads. He's just coming in with pads, baby. 265, you can't hit him, you can't do anything. He's coming with football pads. So we're
Yeah,
going
he's
Darnell Washington here. Football pads. Now,
Wow. You got armor on.
I do. Now I need to figure out my third. You guys are taking some good ones. Let's go ahead and hit in. Who do I want to do? Oh my God, I'm totally stumped. You guys have me totally pivoted. Let's go with not Kelsey. Hell no, not Kelsey. I hate that dude. I'm
He's
going
got
with
old man
Hawkinson.
strength. Kelsey does. He's got that old man strength.
I know, but I'm going with Hawkinson, dude. Like we're talking
Yeah.
original Iowa football here. We are going to be giving him. What do we want to give him? Oh, I'm so stumped here. Let's give him. So I got football, baseball bat. I need a different sport. Soccer's not there. Let's go. You know what? I don't even need a weapon for Hawkinson. Now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not even taking a weapon. I don't even need one. The dude,
Give him up.
it's
Let's
hot.
have him.
I don't need him, dude. I don't need a weapon. I'm going,
Okay.
dude. The weaponless.
Great. Okay. Well, I think it's good and fitting for me to close out my third round of the draft with Gigantor himself. He's still on the roster. I'm taking
Oh my
Mo
God.
Alley Cox,
Oh my God. You're going
That is so awesome.
a 6'5", 260-pound behemoth, Mo Alley Cox, and he has got dumbbells in his hands. He's coming at you swinging dumbbells.
That's actually disgusting. I don't want to play with that. That's scary. That's scary. That's scary. Oh man. I'm gonna close this out with I have to do it. I have to pick my homer pick. 6'6", 254? Oh, 254 pounds. I thought he'd be bigger. But Tyler Higbee, man. Tyler Higbee.
6'6"
I'm gonna
is
give him
so
a
big,
football.
dude.
I'm gonna give him a football, see what he do with that.
Okay.
What is he gonna distract like the dumb tight ends right here? Is he gonna distract Mo Alley Cox and Washington that don't have brains? Like
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? All right.
You throw a
This was
football and they
interesting.
turn around.
We went long today, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know
Yes.
how we did. Here we go. Here's the lineup. I've got Warchild Warren with a baseball bat, Darnell Washington with football gear, shoulder pads. I got Hawkinson, doesn't even need anything. Cassidy, you got Colson Loveland with a hockey stick, Trey McBride with a camping hatchet, Mo Alley Cox with dumbbells. That one's going to be interesting.
I like that team, dude.
Smitty, we got George Kittle with a golf club, Taysom Hill with a football helmet, and Higbee with a football.
Yeah.
Okay, distract everybody. All right, vote on this. Anything else you guys want to say? We got to run.
Yep. Say your DFS lineups. We'll see you in there.
You got it. Cheers.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but frontin' for me to start something. Bucking and bucking at niggas like I was bucking.